Hello students, good morning to you all. I believe you are all doing wonderfully well today. Kindly get seated with your writing materials as we continue again. Today we'll be looking into an important topic together titled Farm Machinery. Farm Machinery. Let's quickly look to the objective of the topic. 1. You are expected to define farm machinery or farm machine. Explain types of farm machinery. State the advantages and disadvantages of farm machinery. These are the stated objectives for the topic, which you are expected to know at the end of this class. Before looking into the topic proper, let's take up the correction to previous assignments. Remember in last class you were asked to state the advantages of farm structures. The topic was farm structures and farm buildings. And at the end of the class, you were given an assignment of which you were asked to state the advantages and disadvantages of farm structures. Stated here, 1. It facilitates farm operation, not farm structures, farm operations. It facilitates farm operations. Let's take note of that. It facilitates farm operations. 2. It increases efficiency and production. It increases efficiency and production. 3. It brings about easy transportation within and outside the farm. It brings about easy transportation within and outside the farm. 4. It provides temporary storage point for produce. Farm structure like production and storage structure precisely provides temporary storage point for farm produce. Let's look to the meaning of farm machines, which is a topic for today. Meaning of farm machines. Farm machines are tools and implements driven by some form of mechanical forces. They are farm implements or farm tools. I believe we can all mention farm tools. Give examples of farm tools like cutlass, hoe, shovel. They are called crude implements. But this one particularly, they are driven by some form of mechanical forces. Let's take note of that. They are power tools and implements that are driven by some form of mechanical forces to facilitate farming operation. This is a very good example of farm machinery. I believe some of us would have seen a picture of this or have seen it physically. I know that. Types of farm machines. 1. Tractor. Tractor is a very good example of farm machine. Tractor is mainly used for pulling, lifting, and pushing other farm machines. They are mainly used in pulling, in lifting, and pushing other farm machine. It is the most important machines on the farm. Tractor is the most used machines in the farm. Let's take note of that. Apart from pulling, pushing, and lifting power of the tractor, some equipment such as processing and slashing equipment derive their power through the propelling shaft in the tractor called power take-off shaft. Let's take note of that. Types of tractor. 1. We have the wheel type tractor. The wheel type tractor. Wheel type tractor. This is a very good example of the wheel type tractor. This tractor has 4 wheels. It's a tractor with 4 wheels that are usually 2 small ones in the front and 2 large ones at the back. 2 small ones, you see this, smaller than others at the back. It has 4 wheels. The wheel type tractor has 4 wheels. Secondly, we have track type tractor. The track type tractor. The track type tractor has, in place of wheel, a pair of crawler. In place of wheel, which is this. In place of the wheel, it has a pair of crawler. At the back, you have another one. This is the first one, another one at the back. Take note of that, which you usually call caterpillar. Some of us call it caterpillar. In place of the wheel, it has a crawler. Take note of that. Crawler is spelled C-R-A-L-E-R-S. Crawlers. 2. Intermediate machinery. Intermediate machinery. Intermediate machinery are power tools which can be attached to tractor for pulling, pushing, lifting during farm operation. They are mainly, some of them are attached to tractor. They cannot operate or work on their own without being attached to the tractor. Some may not be attached to the tractor but operated manually. Some can be operated manually. Example, we have planter. Planter is a very good example of intermediate machines, specifically used for planting operations. They are used during planting operation. This is a machine used for planting operation. It is called planter. They are used for planting operation. Types of planter. One, we have row crop planter. Row crop planter. They are designed to plant seed in row at regular interval. Row crop planter are mainly designed to plant seed in rows at regular interval. Instead of making use of your hand or using hoe, using digger, using cutlass for planting, we have a machine called planter that is mainly used in the farm for planting operation. Let's take note of that. It makes the work easier. Then we have broadcast seeder. Broadcast seeder is as well used for planting seeds. It involves dropping the seed on the soil without any sowing pattern. The machine drops the seed in the soil without any sowing pattern. The next one is green drill or drill seeder. They are machine designed and built to place seed of small grain and grasses at uniform depth. This is a very good example of drill seeder. Then we have sprayer. Sprayer is as well an intermediate machine used for spraying chemicals on crops, controlling weeds, e.g. herbicide, fungicide. They are used for spraying chemicals and controlling weeds. Let's take note of that. This is a very good example of a sprayer. We have seen this knapsack sprayer as a very good example of spraying machine. The next one is harvester. Harvester are machines specifically made for harvesting crops. They are mainly for harvesting crops like grains. This is a very good example of machines for harvesting crops. Let's take note of that. We have grinding machines. Grinding machine is used for grinding crops like beans, fresh pepper, wet grain of maize, peeled cassava, and so on. I believe we all have seen this machine. This is mainly for grinding pepper. Most of us have seen it. They are used for grinding maize, grinding fresh pepper, grinding whatever it allows it to grind. There are some are used for grinding cassava. This is specifically used for grinding peeled cassava. They are known as grinding machines. Instead of using your grater or hand in grinding, it is mainly grinding machine allow you to operate it faster in carrying out your grinding operation. Then powered implement which can be mounted on tractor. We have primary tillage implement. They are used initially to break up and loosen the soil in preparation for planting. Before planting, this primary tillage implement is mainly used in breaking up the soil. Then you have mud board plow, used for breaking the soil for better till. After carrying out using the primary tillage implement, the mud board plow is used in breaking it down before planting operation takes place. Secondary tillage implement like this harrow is used for breaking large cloud of earth formed as a result of plowing. Then we have ridger. Take note that before planting, a farmer must ridge the farm. We have discussed this before. Ridging allows easy penetration of water. So the implement used for ridging is called ridger. Let's take note of that. This is a very good example. This is a ridge created by this machine, made by this machine. As you can see it now, this is a ridge created or made by this machine. We have maintenance of farm machine. How would you maintain this farm machine after use? 1. Lubrication. Application of what? Oil, grease to the machine or the iron part will help it to function well. Oil and grease should be used to lubricate steel surface of all implements during and after use. After making use of the machine, you should make use of oil and grease. Take note of that. Then sharpening of blunt tools. Some of the tools might be blunt. It should be well sharpened in order to allow it to function well. Then cleaning and storage after use. After use, the machine should be well cleaned and stored in a place where it will not be rusted. Then tightening of bolts and nuts. Any loosened bolts and nuts in the machine, take for example, grinding machine, sprayer, ridger, harrower, and so on. Any of the nuts that is loose should be well tightened to enable it function well. Advantages of farm machinery. Advantages of farm machinery. 1. With farm machines, more work can be done. More work can be done. Take for example a farmer that is to clear 1 acre of land. Manually can spend 20 days, but with the use of farm machine, within the period of 2 days, the farmer can complete the work when the farmer is making use of tractor. Even carrying out ridging as well. A farmer that can reach a farmland within the period of 12 to 20 days, within the period of 2 days, with the use of machine, it can be done. So it makes work faster. Farm machine makes work to be done easily. It encourages young school leavers to take up farming operation. It encourages young school leavers to take up farming operation, knowing that the work is not done manually. No school leaver want to go into farming because they see it as a dirty and strenuous job. But with the aid of farm machine, they will be encouraged. With machine, large area of land is cultivated. Large area of land is usually cultivated with the machine. Then it makes room for early planting. It makes room for early planting. Disadvantages of farm machinery: a lot of capital is required. For you to buy the farm machineries, for you to buy machine tractors, it requires a lot of capital. It may lead to overproduction of certain crops. Yes, many crops will be produced. If a farmer is cultivating rice, overcultivation can take place when farm machines are used in comparison to other crude implements. It reduces number of work needed, thereby causing unemployment. People can be unemployed because machine is operating the work. Machine is doing the work instead of using manual or hand in operation in working in the farm. Some machines usually lie idle as they are used for a specific purpose. Ridger will wait until the farmer is carrying out ridging before it can be used. Until harvesting time, before harvesting machine can be used. Before harvester can be used. So those machines can lie idle until the season they are being used. These are the disadvantages of farm machinery. For further information, if you go through Agricultural Science for JSS 2 by S. or Mose KG and Essentials of Agricultural Science for JSS by Ernest Chukwudi Ani. Very important. Assignment: state 5 sources of farm power. State 5 sources of farm power. I expect us to write this assignment and send it to the email below, vera.okenye@greenlandhall.org. Note: don't snap your work in sending. Type it on Microsoft Word before sending it to the email. Thank you for being part of this class. My name is Vera Okenye. Bye. I love you all.